Shaikh Asrar. So first of all, those of you that don't know, Shaikh Asrar has had a debate, people, and he decided to debate a Christian, and for the sake of Islam. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Right, and so first of all, he really surprised me, because in this debate, he says things which he's kind of been trying to really have a go at me about, and then just because he gets embarrassed in front of this Christian, he says the same things. It's like, it's so shocking. So this Christian basically kind of bashes him a bit with all these insulting, ridiculous hadith in Bukhari. Oh, your child marriages are allowed, this is allowed, that is allowed. And what is our beloved's response? Look.
If you notice in the presentation, not a single verse of the Quran was quoted. The individual, my interlocutor, went straight onto the hadith. That's like me not quoting the Bible to Christians and moving on to extra religious literature, because hadith is not above criticism. Even Sahih al-Bukhari, there is, like you have criticism of Bible criticism.
Even Sahih al-Bukhari?
Reading hadith literature, when a hadith report is solitary in its nature, the text can be criticized by scholars. Even though they say Sahih, what they mean by Sahih is that the overall work is Sahih. But you notice child marriage is prohibited in the Quran. But that was not quoted.
Even though Hanafi fiqh allows it, but yahan talfiq.
Read a hadith which contradicts the Quran, they can reject the hadith, but they do not reject the Quran.
For you to obey Muhammad, you have to go to the hadith.
MashaAllah, Sheikh bin Baz is speaking right now.
Muslims are simply rejecting the Sahih Bukhari hadiths. I will come to that as we go on.
Ibn Ishaq's book is open to criticism, like the text of Bukhari is open to criticism. There are texts.
Wow,
Sahih Muslim,
the text of Bukhari. Yeah, I don't get it. I honestly do not get what is going on. Why has he been criticizing me all this while for criticizing Bukhari, gets in front of a bunch of Christians and says, what's wrong with criticizing Bukhari? Toba, toba. Gustakh akhiyan, kitthe ja ladiyan. Toba, toba, toba. No. So people, I'm really intrigued by the Lion of Ahl Sunnah. And what the Lion of Ahl Sunnah did is to prove his claim that Islam is always Al-Islam ya'lu wa la yu'la alayh. Islam is always on top, people. Therefore, to prove it, what, you're going to bring some arguments? No, yeah. You're going to write some books? No, yeah. You're going to do some detailed analytic refutation? No, yeah. I'm going to drink poison. Huh? I'm going to what? I'm going to drink poison to prove it.
Go crazy. Ah, go stupid. Ah, go crazy. Go stupid. Ah, go crazy. Yeah. Go stupid.
So,
go crazy.
It says, just drink the poison, get a date. It should help you.
rat poison, people. Allahu Akbar.
Okay?
Allah.
Date? Can someone go and get a date? And also, can someone check if it is poison or not?
Rat poison, people. Rat poison. To prove that Islam is correct.
Wow. Oh my God.
Now we know that Islam is definitely the haqq. Islam can only be the haqq now, because we're drinking rat poison. Allahu Akbar. This, we've now found it, people. Look, here it is. This is... Rat-tat-tat. Here is a postman. What? Rat-tat-tat. rat-a-tat. Who can it be? This rat poison. This is how we prove the validity of Islam. And I honestly, I cannot believe this is how ridiculously absurd people have become. First of all, I want to say that, that, by the way, this was nothing but drama. That wasn't actually real rat poison. And what's happened is Shaykh Asrar didn't realize this was going to go viral. And then when it went viral, you had some idiots praising him. So he felt too embarrassed to backtrack. So he's now just pretended to go with it without kind of fully affirming. He just said, look, we shouldn't really concern ourselves. Let's talk about the debate. Don't worry. Forgetting the fact that, one, it's haram to drink poison. Two, as an influential figure who many people follow, including many young people, to drink rat poison to prove the veracity, veritability and truthfulness of Islam. So tomorrow some other idiots are going to say that, mashallah, I have got the proof. The proof is here. Allah. And then you're going to get some idiots that are going to either cause near-death experiences or die. Natural selection, I guess. But this was so irresponsible. What kind of proof is that anyway, that Islam is the strongest religion? Why? Because we're going to drink rat poison. So this was some of the tweets and the Kalandar always, I love his posts, has rat. So from now on, has rat Asrar, right? And there was this one. मैं हूँ कादरी सुन्नी रत tat tat. Right, so people, this, by the way, so this is those of you who don't know my beloved Hazrat, this is Asrar Ratvi Sahib. Ratvi Sahib, आप अच्छा डडियाल रट्टा, अच्छा रट्टा से ताल्लुक रखते हैं, अच्छा रट बहुत सोनी गल्ला करना है. So this is what we've got here, what this has come to, people. So today, to prove the veritability of Islam, to prove, people, which denomination within Islam as Ratvi Sahib, obviously I'm taking into me the spirit of Hazrat Asrar Ratvi Sahib. I'm going to have a debate today, right here. I want to prove which denomination. So as a representative of Wahhabi Islam is this is a different Ratvi Sahib. Ratvi Sahib, right? We've got a Ratvi, a Shaykh Fadilat Shaykh Ratvi is here. هل تقول أن هذه الأشياء هي بدعة وحرام وشرك؟ لا نعم. We're gonna have a debate. Who is upon the haqq? So how are we gonna answer this? Wait a minute, people. What is Ratvi Sahib saying? I found it. This wasn't easy. This was not easy, people. But the infamous guidelines to having a debate, the famous text, the lost text of the Rashidiyah that everybody's been looking for. The Rashidiyah, people. The Rashidiyah, I found it. This was it. All along. You want to debate with the Rashidiyah? No, not the Rashidiyah. Not the Rashidiyah. I can't debate using the Rashidiyah. You must debate with the Rashidiyah. No. Oh, yeah. This is why Shaykh Asrar all this while, Ratwi Sahib wanted the Rashidiyah. It was so hard finding this, honestly. I eventually found it in Zara's bedroom. Amongst her books, it was the Rat Shidia, people. I found it, but it doesn't stop there. I'm sorry, I cannot debate with the Rat Shidia. Not anything but the Rat Shidia, please. It must be. I've got a better method. People. I've got a better method for this Wahhabi Ratwi Sahib. It is poison. Whoever is upon the haqq must drink the poison. No, I want the Rashidiya. No, the true claim is with poison. Allahu Akbar. Oh, I'm not going to die alone. You better. Oh, people, this is the ridiculous nature. This is what Islam has got to. This is my little counterpart, Ratwi Sahib. So my Ratwi Sahib is sitting back there. This was a napkin. It's come off. Ratwi Sahib, you sit right there. So look how preposterous this has got, people. This has come down to how do we know something is the truth? We'll drink rat poison. What kind of... Can you imagine the armies in the past if they had Ratwi Sahib's logic? It would be like, oh no guys, they've got a huge army, it's well prepared, and the army comes and they go, we are right in our claim, and you're like, well, no, I think we're right, and they're like, to prove it, we will all drink rat poison, and you go, huh, wait, what? Okay. And then half an hour later the army's dead. And you're like, oh, thanks. well, right guys, okay, I guess intelligence, common sense isn't as common as we thought. Right, so the thing is this, look, so some people have said, what about Khalid bin Walid radiyallahu an? First of all, there isn't a single Sahih hadith that Khalid bin Walid drank poison. Not a single Sahih hadith. There's these few narrations in Tabarani and a few other texts, the Musnad of Ahmad and others. And what do they mention? Who's transmitting them? You've got them from, who's transmitting them? Abu Safar. And people who they've never met Khalid bin Walid in their lives. All the narrators say these are Mursal Riwayat. These people transmitting never met Khalid ibn Walid in his entire life. And the other narration that they present, it comes through Sufyan ibn Uyayna and An'ana, it comes through Ismail, who's actually been slated, and then they say there's a Rawi, Qais ibn Abi Hazim, who has met Khalid bin Walid, allegedly. It's described as Munkarul Hadith. A Munkarul Hadith. This person is unacceptable in riwayat. So many people have problematized him from the Muhaddithin. These chains are not Sahih. So you bring about an incident that, okay, people have just used it to praise Khalid bin Walid over the past, and as a story, folklore, it's kind of come down, fine. And if it were true that in his time somebody presented it and he drank it, first of all, that's his action. Maybe he drank something which he knew wasn't, and somebody, but these things are usually just stories. Khalid bin Walid radiyallahu anh was much more intelligent than that. Okay, he wasn't somebody like, just absurd, or somebody that was irrational, had no knowledge, wasn't strategic. He didn't have, to say, I know the way we'll settle this is, here's your poison, I'll drink it, then I'm dead. Or in this case, I'm not, but I could have been dead. Even though the scholars all say it's haram to drink poison. So this riwayah of Abu Safar of Khalid bin Walid is not sahih. It is not sahih. Bring me a chain that has not been criticized, that stands up to the test. It doesn't exist. It's not in any of the major books of hadith, right? Not in the Sahihain or whatever and things like that. There is a riwayah in Musnad of Ahmad, and I've shown it's not even connected and is problematized. And in Tabarani, who brings all kinds of absurd narrations. Secondly, even if somebody in the past did something like this, let's say they did, let's just say hypothetically, 800 years ago, there was a man who, with a Christian, said, if your religion is the true one, let's jump into this fire. And they call this mubahala. And they used to do this with Qadianis and other people as well. So they would say, whosoever, whoever's religion is the truthful one, God save them.